Hi, in this video I'm explaining the second step in building out our North Star blueprint, and that is the vision statement. Now that we have completed our mission statement, we want to give that extra boost of purpose and importance to that mission statement so that we don't just do the things for the sake of doing, but we also create a vision of the future, a destination we are aiming for as a company. Now, one thing I really want to mention first before we dive in is that the vision statement isn't the same as saying we have a vision for the company, okay? The vision for the company includes mission, vision statement, values, goals, plans, people. That all together is the vision of the company. The vision statement is an important piece that helps us to give that perspective to the company, as part of the North Star. Great. Now, that said, let's dive into a bit more specifics about what the vision statement is and how we can come to that one. First of all, you should understand that a vision statement, in and of itself has a purpose. Number one is the vision statement is what inspires. It is what awakens intrinsic motivation. A well-written vision statement speaks to a deeper part in people, our natural drive to want to contribute. That is an aspect which is proven in psychology, that people have this natural drive to want to contribute. And that is what we're actually speaking to with our vision statement. Now, the second one is purpose. Purpose gives meaning to our mission and to the work that people do to complete the mission. To work on the mission daily is getting more meaning thanks to that vision statement. It also drives innovation, because when you create a gap to where we are right now in the future, in the present tense, doing our mission, and we create that picture where we want to move to in the future tense, then we have a gap. And that gap drives the innovation to get there, especially when that vision statement is, of course, big and bold and huge and maybe even a tad impossible to achieve, but really drives us from inside why we are having this business. That is when it sparks innovation. Then we have the fourth reason why we need a vision statement is attract. People want to join common causes. It comes again back to that natural drive to want to contribute. People join causes. You see that in everyday life. When there's a World Cup, it attracts people to come together and support the same country, while maybe on a daily basis they are opposing each other because they are from different cities. The same is when there's a war breaking out. We have seen last year, the world comes together. It attracts to join a common cause, to contribute to what's happening in Ukraine, for example. That is because we feel like this drive to contribute, and we can use that in organizations with the vision statement to get that people together. Now, the vision statement is built out of four things. Number one, why do we believe in what we do? Okay? This is a bit different than what we did in the mission statement, because in the mission statement, we say, why do we believe in what we do? Why do we believe in whom we serve, and why do we believe in how we serve them? This is more general. Why do we believe overall in what we do? And that comes out of the work you have done in your mission statement, but repeats basically in one sentence. In one sentence, why do we believe in what we do? Yeah? So the work you have done with your mission statement already is going to support you in coming up with that answer. And the second one is, what are our dreams and hopes? What future are we dreaming about? And what do we hope that happens to our business, to our clients, to our people? What are our hopes and dreams for this world? Then, what is it that we are trying to change? Usually when we are, or I would say even almost when we are on a mission, we are on a mission because we have a vision for the future of what we need to change that's right now not okay, not developed, suboptimally developed or provides a huge opportunity when it gets changed for the greater good. And that leads also to the fourth one. How does all this contribute to the greater good? Yeah, and the greater good isn't we want to be the best one in the market, we want to have the most revenue, we want to be the number one. Those are all great ambitions, but that's not what the greater good is about. Now, you don't have to be a humanitarian cause here, like the Red Cross is, or Amnesty International, or UNICEF. No, that is not necessarily the case. The greater good can even be, for example, your club, your community where you live, your school, the school where you're studying. That is already a greater good. That's already a community, right? So think of greater good not necessarily in like it must be the whole world, but what is that greater good that goes beyond your own desires and needs and wishes that you do with your company and you're contributing towards, okay? That is what a vision statement is made of. Now let's have an example. As you already know, I love SpaceX. I think that's one of the most visionary companies in the world. You saw their mission statement in the previous video, and now I want to show you what is their vision statement. To make humanity multi-planetary. Very short sentence, but it contains everything, and I will show you. Look, this is what you're going to learn here. The vision statement of SpaceX. Number one, what is the belief behind? Well, if you follow SpaceX and you follow Elon Musk a bit, you know that he always speaks about this belief of his. He always says that one planet is too much risk for the future of humanity. If one comet drops on planet Earth and, leads to an extinction, it's over with humanity. So that is what he speaks a lot about when he's in public, where he writes about. One planet is not enough. It's too much risk. So that's where the whole idea comes from in everything that he does. And that gives so much more purpose towards his mission statement of designing, manufacturing, and launching all those rockets. Like, if you wouldn't have a belief why that matters, why would you do that in the first place? Then the second is dreams and hopes. Well, what are the dreams and hopes behind this? Well, you can imagine that the dreams and hopes are that humanity lives on other planets, right? Like that's the dream, that we are not just on Earth, but on Mars and wherever, whatever planet we can inhabit, humanity will live there. That's the dream and the hope. Then we have what it is that we want to change. Well, imagine Mars is not the same as Earth. So we also cannot fly there by plane. So we have to reinvent the way how we travel, which is what Elon Musk does. And we have also to reinvent the way how we live. Because in Mars, we have to probably live underground in capsules with masks and everything, like massive changes. So that is the change that they are inspired to do. They're inspired to change that, actually, and change this aspect of like we live in houses, no, and then we travel in planes or buses, and we travel totally different. And the greater good in this sense is, of course, very big because it's the future of our species, it's the future of all humans, right? Like the long-term future. So, of course, this is very, very big, but the mechanism behind the vision statement is the same for every business. And you will see that in the next one. LinkedIn. LinkedIn vision statement, I think they actually already changed it. That's a sign that even big companies are absolutely comfortable with changing mission and vision. The next example, Uber, they also have already changed it. But I want to take this one still, regardless of it's the right one that they have right now, because it does have all the aspects of the vision statement. Let me show you. Number one, the belief behind this: create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. Well, the belief is that economic opportunities help lives to get better. When people get economic opportunity, their life gets better. That's the belief. Then the dreams and hope are that, you know, that people even living in the most remote areas, they get connected. You know, so when they're connected as part of this platform, they can get this, they become a member of the global workforce, thanks to the connection that LinkedIn makes, which they also express in their mission statement. Now, what they're trying to change is the CV, right? The traditional CV is, they're killing it. You can apply and search for job on LinkedIn without having to have written this standardized CV that we saw for decades long. So they kind of want to change. They're inspired to change the traditional way of recruitment. They want that people find this on their platform, the opportunities together. The greater good is the global workforce. Every member, everybody who is able to perform work is part of their vision statement. Now that's pretty awesome, isn't it? And it makes it much more understandable how your business can have such a vision statement as well. But let's do another one. Uber. I really particularly love this one. This is such a powerful statement. Transportation as reliable as running water, everywhere for everyone. Can you imagine that? That's a huge, huge vision, that just everybody has water. They have also access to transportation. There are many areas in the world, even in the Western world, where people are so remote from everything that getting from A to B is a hassle for them. They have to take buses for hours and hours, or maybe they even cannot afford buses. But when we are able to build this network of cars, of transport means, then it could be as reliable as water. That we open the tap, water comes out, just like we have a phone and the taxi arrives. Like, can you imagine what is the comparison here? Now let's break that down. We see here that the belief is that transportation improves lives and it's a basic need for people, which is true, right? We in this day and age, we need transportation as a sort of basic utility to live our lives. Can you imagine we live without transportation? It's almost impossible. The dreams and hope is that wherever people live, Uber can serve them with a ride. So that drives the whole organization to continuously innovate and improve and extend the networks so that wherever people live, they would have access to the Uber network. Probably impossible to cover the whole planet, but they will keep working on it infinitely until they would achieve it. Then what's the change they're inspired to change? Well, they don't want people to walk for miles on an end or to get stuck at home when they're actually in need because they don't have access to transportation. That is what they're inspired to change. And then what is the greater good? Basically all people who are in a need to go from A to B. That is their greater good. It's everyone in need for transportation. Now you see that's a very powerful vision statement, and you can see how much purpose it gives to an organization and all the things that they're working on. Now, next up is your vision statement action drill. You will find it in the Miro board, and as always in the Miro board, you always have the step-by-step videos on how you can come up with your vision statement. Good luck with the exercise and see you in the next video.